Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the National Auto Racing Club's week number 3 here from Cedar Lake. A few cars, or a car, I should say, still out there on the racetrack going through their practice session. Now we're into their qualifying session. So while they're doing that, let's set it down trackside for our pre-race ceremony.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the National Auto Racing Club 410 All-Star Shootout here from Cedar Lake. They're getting ready to wrap up their qualifying session, and Rusty Kruger going to win the Quick Time Award once again. He won it last week. One thing that I want to announce to those of you that are watching, and Tim Nichols, thanks for checking in on the chat, is that we made a mistake last week, and starting after this week, it'll be every other week that we'll be bringing these guys on the Dirt Racing Network. So we will not be doing the show here next week. Let me get our grid because we're getting ready for heat race number 1. Starting on the front row, your quick time qualifying winner for Swindell Speed Labs Esports, Fast 4 Media, and JST on the pole, the 10 of Rusty Kruger. He comes from Loomis, California. Starting on his outside on the front row for Team SSR Elite, School of Sim Racing, and from Birdsboro, Pennsylvania, the 99 of Gregory LeMay. Row number 2, starting third on the inside for Bud Dog Racing from Warrensburg, Illinois, the 27 of Hayden Harvey. Starting to his outside in the 4th position for Elbows Up Sim Sport, Wicked Energy Gum from New Paris, Ohio, the 79 of Billy Rowley. Row number 3, starting 5th, the 14 of Philip Krosich, and starting 6th, the 2 of Bob Cross. Row number 4. And here we go. Just wait a second. It's thinking about it. There we go. Starting 7th, the 51 of Robert Boggs. Starting 8th, the 17 of Kyle Matson. And row number 5, starting 9th, the 24 of Kyle Swatter. And the 18 of Rico Robles. Starting 10th. Getting ready to go. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 1 underway. turns 1 and 2. And it's Rusty Kruger up front, followed by LeMay, Harvey, and Crossage. Top 4 will advance to the feature. 10 laps here around Cedar Lake. Cedar Lake has been probably now my favorite track that we have been to. Called a couple races here on Sunday. Glad to be back. Always enjoy watching the races here from Cedar Lake. Usually provide some pretty good racing. Here comes the race leader Rusty Kruger out in front, but LeMay is starting to track him down. Keeping an eye on him as we go through 3 and 4 this time. We'll be halfway home with heat race number 1. We're only going to have 3 heat races here tonight. In the 3rd position, it is Hayden Harvey. And holding on to that final transfer position right now, it is Philip Crossage. Going to keep an eye on this 4th spot. He's pulled away from Bob Cross. Oh no, Tim. Trying to get a party together to watch the race? That's unfortunate. I'm having a little, is it a technical issue, or I'm assuming that's probably what it is, or maybe some guy, I assume people would want to come watch. It's unfortunate. Glad you could at least join us. Technology hasn't been on my side lately either, having some issues with different things with the broadcast. Green flag still in the air, 2 to go. Rusty Kruger, Gregory LeMay, and now getting pressured by Hayden Harvey. We're going to watch this battle as we come to the white flag. They're coming up on Rico Robles as a lapper. We're going to have to navigate to the top side. Coming to the line, Rusty Kruger is going to take the win. Hayden Harvey in 2nd, Gregory LeMay in 3rd, and Philip Crossage come across in 4th. Cross, Box, Matson, Swatter, Rowley, and Robles all going to have to go through the LCQs. And we're going to get ready for heat race number 2. That's unfortunate, Tim. Let's get our camera up here so we can see them gridding out on the racetrack. And we're going to start on the front row. Your pole sitter here for heat race number 2 is from Swindell Speed Labs from Mount Airy, North Carolina, the 00 of Kendall Tucker. To his outside on the front row for Elbows Up SimSport Over the Wall Photography from Hanford, California, the 21 of Shea Paulo. Row number 2, starting 3rd for Vanderpool Racing, Skills VR Arcade, and Jack's Wax from Falcon, Colorado, the 23 of Justin Stoles. Starting 4th, the 4 of Patrick Spangler. Row number 3, hold on, it'll come up in just a second. Starting 5th from Columbus, Ohio, the 42 of Daniel Hall. Starting 6th, the 91 of Ernie Williams. Row number 4. Starting 7th for U.S. Navy Brazen Firearms from Quad City, Illinois, the 65 of Jordan Etter. Starting 8th, the 50 of Scott Hurwitt. And starting 9th, the 49 of Jacob Hampton. Starting 10th from Stroudenburg, Pennsylvania, the 55 of Zach Miller. And here we go, green flag in the air once again for heat race number 2. Getting underway, got a car almost spinning around there on the front stretch. One into the wall in 1 and 2, but everyone's going to keep it straight, keep it going. And we're going to stay with the green flag in the air. Sarah, thanks for checking in. I don't know, there is a lot of racing here on the network, if that's what we're referring to. We're not even at our peak yet. We still have a couple series waiting to start. Kendall Tucker has trouble coming off turn 3 and 4. He's battling with Shea Paulo and Ernie Williams, the top 3 right now. We're looking from the back stretch this time. Also left my camera back. Paulo into the wall in the middle of 3 and 4. That's going to let Williams come by. Or it's Justin Stoles. Stoles is up into the 2nd position. William hanging on to that 4th spot. We lost Stoles for just a second there. Kendall Tucker out front. Tucker's become a regular here on the Dirt Racing Network now. We'll see him Thursday night as well with our 410 Outlaw Series. Kathy, thanks for checking in. Rooting on Kendall Tucker. He's looking well here with 3 laps left to go. Justin Stoles in second. Shea Paulo in the third position. And Ernie Williams holding on to the final transfer position. Then it's Patrick Spangler, Zach Miller, Jacob Hampton, Daniel Hall, Jordan Etter, and Scott Hurwitt. Laps click off fast here at Cedar Lake. Maybe that's why I like this racetrack so much. White flag in the air for your race leader. Kendall Tucker trying to lead it. Flag to flag. Stoles had the lead for a second. He actually might have led a lap, but nonetheless, Kendall Tucker gets it done. Stoles, Paulo, and Spangler gonna go to the feature. Hampton, Miller, Williams, Hall, Etter, and Hurwitt gonna have to go through the LCQ, so we didn't catch it. But Ernie Williams having some issues there on the last lap, getting bumped out of a transfer position, and we're gonna get ready to go with our final heat race of the night. We'll get it out here on the grid. Starting on the front row for heat race number 3, your pole sitter is for Black Diamond Motorsports, Tim Sim Styles, and BMRS from Pittsboro, Indiana. That's the one of Mason Hannigan. To his outside, sitting beside him on the front row for Team SSR, School of Sim Racing from Marysville, California, the 35 of Tommy Brandon. Row number 2, starting third for Brent Marks Racing Sim Team, Baps Auto Supply, and Wicked Cushion from Farmington, Minnesota. That is the 15 of Michael Sheridan. Starting fourth for Rebels Up Sim Sport School of Sim Racing from Troy, Ohio. That's the 21 of Bruce Klingen. Row number 3, starting fifth, the 5 of Gage Stevens. Starting sixth for SSR Elite. From Indianapolis, Indiana, the 75 of Michael Berthay. Row number 4. From Stanley, Wisconsin, starting in the 7th position is the 3 of Jake Sonatag. Starting 8th is the 64 of Timothy Alton. And rounding it out in the 9th position, the 58 of Cale Highbelt. Getting ready to go, green flag in the air, and here comes Mason Hannigan with a great jump. Diving off into 1 and 2, grabbing the early race lead. Mason Hannigan out front, trying to lead us through. Hannigan out front, then it's Sheridan, Klingen, and Brandon. Rounding out your top 4, these 4 would transfer into the feature. That would give us 12 already. Oh, into the wall goes Brandon. He has some trouble. Meanwhile, Hannigan is on a mission and on a rail once again tonight. You see him just rub the outside wall there. He's coming to bring us to complete lap number 4. He's checked out by almost a full second over Michael Sheridan. These 2 regulars on the Dirt Racing Network as well. Klingen holding on to the 3rd spot over Michael Berthay now. Berthay usually in the network as well. They come to run some of our DSRL series. Looking at this 3rd and 4th place battle between Klingen and Berthay. Sonatag on the outside looking in now. Hannigan is almost a full straightaway ahead of Michael Sheridan. 3 to go this time by. Look at Berthay trying to make a move on Klingen here for that 3rd spot. He might be able to in 1 and 2. You see him slow that 75 car right down. Klingen got really loose coming out of 2. Berthay, is he going to be able to clear him? Yes, he will, and pull is probably a 3 or 4 car gap. They're coming to the line. Meanwhile, jump back ahead. Mason Hannigan's exiting 4. White flag in the air. Race leader going to the top side in 1 and 2. He's already in 3 and 4. He's got that number 1 car hooked up well once again. Mason Hannigan takes heat race number 3. Have a look here. Sheridan's through. Berthay and Klingen going to get the final 2 spots. We'll get ready for our C main on the racetrack. Not many cars here in the C main, but we are going to do it. They'll advance 4 to the back of the B main. We'll give you your grid here. Starting on the front row for the C main, in the pole position, the 24 of Kyle Swatter. Starting second is going to be the 42 of Daniel Hall. Row number 2, starting third, the 35 of Tommy Brandon. Starting fourth, the 79 of Billy Rowley. Row number 3, starting fifth, the 65 of Jordan Etter and the 5 of Gage Stevens. And on the final row, rounding out the field here, starting 7th, the 18 of Rico Robles and the 50 of Scott Hurwitz. Ready to go with our C main 4 cars. As I mentioned, going to go to the back of the B main. We're going to go 10 laps around to decide it. If you are in the chat and you're watching, or if you're watching and you want to send a chat in, we'll feature you on the broadcast, give you a little shout out, tell us where you're watching from. Route 4. Green flying back in the air, here we go. 1 and 2 looking at your race leader, Kyle Swatter. Trying to finish, or trying to get a transfer spot. Brandon in second, Robles in third, and Rowley in fourth. Run here as it looks like Swatter has some trouble with Tommy Brandon to the front. He comes through the back already. Now it's Brandon, Robles, Swatter, Rowley, your top 4. They are battling big time down the backstretch. Rico Robles into the lead. Looks like he's driving the 3 car. He blinks off the screen there. Tommy Brandon in the 35 trying to hold off these guys back here. It's a rough night for Jordan Etter back here, not being able to probably qualify. Gage Stevens on the bottom, rolling it, almost catching the tractor tires down there. Oh, around goes Kyle Swatter. Or was that Stevens? I think Stevens went around. Hurwitz, I think, is actually the one. They all 3 dropped a little bit, but Hurwitz is the one that actually went around pretty good. Rico Robles out front, he's pulling away in that 3 car. Brandon, Swatter, and Stevens battling out here for second, third, and fourth. These 4 would all advance. Hurwitz, the one that got turned a little bit, gonna have to catch back up. 2 to go this time for your race leader. Keep an eye back here on Gage Stevens. They're battling hard back here, and actually coming to the white flag, looks like they've just kind of settled into the fact that, hey, oh no, maybe Gage Stevens pressing the issue, and that is exactly why you don't do that. As I was going to say, it looked like they had realized that, hey, we're all going to transfer. Stevens presses the issue, and now he's going to miss the feature. Rico Robles, Kyle Swatter, Tommy Brandon, and Billy Rowley taking advantage of the luck there. He will advance to the feature. Hurwitz, Hall, Stevens, and Etter going to end their night. We'll get ready with our B main. Todd, I hope I'm saying it right. If I say it wrong again, please correct me. Swatter. Am I saying that right? I think I am. All right, we're getting ready for our B main on the racetrack. Coming out now. And we'll get a better camera view so you can see the cars. There we go. Starting on the front row in the pole position for your B main is Bob Cross. Starting second, Jacob Hampton. Row number 2, starting 3rd, Jake Sonntag. Starting 4th, Robert Boggs. Row number 3, starting 5th, Zach Miller. Starting 6th, Cale Heibilt. Row number 4, starting 7th, Kyle Matson. Starting 8th, Ernie Williams. Starting 9th, Timothy Alton. 10th, Rico Robles. Starting 11th, Kyle Swader. And 12th, Tommy Brandon. And rounding out the field in 13th, Billy Rowley. 4 more cars should be going to the feature. All right, Todd, glad I got it. Thank you for the help. I appreciate it. Want to make sure I get these guys' names right. Coming from a guy that had his name mispronounced from time to time in school. So I appreciate the help. I will have it correct from now on. Green flag in the air toward the B main. Out front, it is Bob Cross and Jacob Hampton battling for the race lead. Already coming around to complete lap 2 of 12. They're just flipping those tires on the inside. And out to the race lead, Bob Cross. Holding off Hampton, but here comes Rico Robles. He's got this car hooked up. He made a run through the C main, and now he's really looking like he's going to make a run through the B main as well. Here he comes down to the inside, trying to make a move on Cross at the line. Can't do it. Going to slide up here in 1 and 2. Driving on the edge, but it looks like that 3 car has found something, especially at the top of the racetrack. Look at the run. He gets out of 3 and 4 down the backstretch. Cross going to settle into the 2nd position. Hampton in 3rd. Zach Miller in the 4th spot. Halfway home here in the B main. Let's check out Rico Robles. He's got it hooked up almost a full second now. He is just railing on the top line, right up against the wall, and I'm sure some of these cars that are getting ready to run in the A main might be watching what's going on here, whether in race or on the broadcast, because Rico Robles has got the hookup right now. Jacob Hampton, Bob Cross, and Zach Miller. Let's check on Ernie Williams. He's back here a little bit, but he's trying to close in on that 4th place spot to get to the feature. In 3 seconds almost is the difference between 1st to 2nd. Let's look back here at Jacob Hampton. Zach Miller in 3rd and Bob Cross in 4th. It's 3 laps, now 2 laps to go. And he's already out of turn 4, ready to take the white flag, your race leader. Rico Robles checked out by 4 seconds. Here he comes. He's just flying around the track right now, and he's going to take the main win. Let's check on some of these other guys. Here comes Hampton, Miller, and Williams able to get around for the 4th place spot. Cross, Rowley, Matson, Boggs, Alton, Brandon, Sonntag, Swader, and Heibilt gonna have their nights ended. They're gonna go to a quick warm-up session. While we do that, we're gonna take a minute to thank a couple of our sponsors. When we come back, we will have your week 3 feature event on the racetrack. Don't go anywhere. welcome back to the Dirt Racing Network. We are done. I don't think anybody actually went out for the warm-up session. They're getting ready for the feature. Gridding out on the racetrack. We'll go down and see how they're going to grid out. 30 laps to go. Let's see. Starting on the front row will be Rusty Kruger and Kendall Tucker. Starting in row number 2, third Mason Hannigan, fourth Hayden Harvey. Row number 3, starting 5th, Justin Stoltz, 6th, Michael Sheridan. Row number 4, starting 7th, Gregory LeMay, 8th, Shea Paulo. Row number 5, starting 9th, Michael Berthay, 10th, Philip Krosich. Row 6, starting 11th, Patrick Spangler, 12th, Bruce Klingen. Row number 7, starting 13th, Rico Robles, 14th, Jacob Hampton. Row number 8, 15th, Zach Miller, 16th, Ernie Williams. 17th, Bob Cross, 18th, Billy Rowley. So we're taking a few more than I thought out of the B main. And rounding out the field, starting 19th, Kyle Matson, and 20th, Robert Boggs. Getting ready to go here with our feature event, 30 green flag laps only. It's going to be Rusty Kruger, Kendall Tucker bringing us to the green flag. Last week, Mason Hannigan took the win with Kruger in second. Tiernan rounding out your podium. Rusty Kruger has been on the podium each of the first 2 opening weeks. He took a third and a second. Well, he has got the pole position here in week number 3. Can he go 3, 2, 1 and put himself up there for the 3rd straight time and get a win tonight at Cedar Lake? We're about to find out. Green flag in the air. The National Auto Racing Club 410 Sprint Car All-Star week number 3 feature is underway. That was a mouthful and pretty lengthy to say. I wanted to get it out there as we are underway with lap number 1. Now, if you are just tuning in for the first time this week, all of these guys have an iRacing rating over 2,000. Which means they have to be pretty good in order to be in this race. And Kendall Tucker trying to spoil Rusty Kruger's party already, because Tucker is checking out here early on in the race. Car down pit road. That looks like LeMay having some trouble. No, Billy Rowley heading down pit road. Hayden, we got a caution on the racetrack. Let's go see. We haven't had to use replay at all tonight. Pretty impressed. Oh, LeMay is right there. Let's go see. Nope. Okay, so he wasn't going down pit road. He jumped the corner there. See if we can go back a little bit and see how it happened. Here's the initial start. Got a little swirly off the start, so I was right thinking seeing that 99 car over the wall. It looked like he was heading down pit road, but it also looked like he had somehow went airborne over that outside retaining wall. Let's see how it happens. Must be next lap, possibly. Battling with Krosich at that time. Michael Sheridan there as well. He gets together with Krosich. Oh, and he just goes around it. Taps the far retaining wall there, keeping it from the racetrack and pit road. And has to get the car refired and drive back around the racetrack to get back on. So it is Kendall Tucker, Rusty Kruger, Hayden Harvey, Shea Paulo, and Mason Hannigan, your top 5. Michael Sheridan's just outside in 6th. Justin Stoltz in 7th. Rico Robles in 8th. Patrick Spangler in 9th. And Michael Berthay in 10th. Green flag back in the air. Here we go once again. Looking at your race leader, Kendall Tucker. He was checking out on the field when the caution flag waved. By the way, I think that's the latest I have ever gone into a race without a caution flag. Making it into the feature. We're going to keep an eye on this 00 car, but he feels like he's going to check out on the field, so we're going to keep an eye on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place battle. Watch this podium battle commence as it's Harvey, Kruger, and Shea Paulo all trying to fight for a spot up here on the podium. Rusty Kruger has moved backwards since the initial start. Started on the pole position, now just trying to hang on to a podium finish. Shea Paulo going to try to come make a pass down the backstretch. Kruger really slow out of tune. Here comes Mason Hannigan trying to go back to back. Three very common names up front: Shea Paulo, Rusty Kruger, and Mason Hannigan. If you're familiar or a follower of the Dirt Racing Network, you know these guys. Racing our series as well. And it looks like Justin Stoles had some trouble. Tried to catch him there as he caught the wall coming through 3 and 4. Third of the way through our feature. Hayden Harvey in the second spot. Good battle starting to brew up here for that final podium spot. Hannigan might have tapped the wall coming down the front stretch. Kruger slow again out of 4. That allowed Shea Paulo to close in even farther. Just an update on the interval between Kendall Tucker and Hayden Harvey. 2.283 seconds. And the difference between Harvey and Rusty Kruger about 1.2 seconds. So Harvey got a pretty good gap, and we got another caution on the racetrack. That'll change everything. Rico Robles looks like he's in trouble. He's down pit road. Let's go see. Looking for that 3 car. He was looking mighty fast. We're driving over the edge a little bit. Coming out of 2. Working on Michael Sheridan. 3 and 4. Clips the wall there down the front stretch. There it is. Catches the wall, spins it around, and Ernie Williams gets into him. Up and over goes Rico Robles. 2, 3 flips possibly. Quite a few. That'll bring out caution number 2. We'll get back up here. With your leaders, starts to update on my timing and scoring screen. So I'll try to find our leaders. We want Kendall Tucker. So your top 10 at the moment. Hang on, I'm going to let it try to update one more time. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. Kendall Tucker still out front. Hayden Harvey, Rusty Kruger, Shea Paulo, Mason Hannigan, Michael Sheridan, Michael Birthday, Patrick Spangler, Zach Miller, your top 10. Almost halfway through. We are flying through tonight. Didn't even look. We're still at 10:49. We're not even hitting 11 o'clock here on the East Coast yet. Knock on wood. Guess I shouldn't get ahead of myself too much, because we could very easily have about 5 cautions in a row, slow this thing right up and hit that 11 o'clock hour. But Kendall Tucker, Hayden Harvey, Rusty Kruger, can he hold off Mason Hannigan? He's got a rear view mirror full. Hannigan dives it deep into 1 and 2, going to pull up in front of Kruger. Kruger going to pull a crossover as Hannigan smacks the wall down the backstretch. Let me tell you, Harvey's been on it. He didn't let Tucker pull away so far on this second restart. And Hannigan is giving Kruger all kinds of trouble. Hannigan just able to clear Rusty Kruger there, but Kruger going to cross him back over to 1 and 2. They're going back and forth for this final position. Looks like Hannigan's finally got it. As we go down the front stretch once again. Nope, Kruger's still staying within touch. 11 laps left to go here in this feature. Hannigan must be a good luck there to tap the wall as he does it down the front stretch and back stretch each lap. To ask him about it if he stays on the podium. Up here in the front, top 2 have now separated from each other and separated from Hannigan. Harvey's in second, Kendall Tucker out ahead by almost a full second. Look back here, there is Rusty Kruger trying to stay there. Not really much competition from behind. There's Shea Paulo, he's running in the 5th position. Top 5 have kind of single filed out and gapped each other. We'll look back here for a good battle. Michael Sheridan and Patrick Spangler battling for the 6th and 7th position. Then you got Berthay and Stoles in 8th and 9th. And then in 10th is Zach Miller. Keeping an eye on these guys just because there's not much else going on around the racetrack, especially up front. Let's keep an eye back here on Berthay because he's got his hands full with Stoles and Miller. This is for the 8th, 9th, and 10th position. All trying to get up there and battle for the 6th and 7th position. 5 laps left to go here in your feature. But in perspective, the gap 1.3 seconds. Watch this battle for about another lap. We'll get back up to your leader. Oh, looks like, was that Spangler or Miller? Having some trouble getting into the wall there. Didn't lose much of a position. Get back up to the front. Look at your race leader, Kendall Tucker, because he's starting to encounter lap traffic now. He has lapped Jacob Hampton. Apparently 17 cars still running on the racetrack. Ernie Williams, Rico Robles, and Billy Rowley have retired early. Tucker just railing that top line. 2 to go, coming to the white flag already. See cars getting out of their way. Don't want to have effect on the battle. Hayden Harvey, Mason Hannigan's closed in a little bit, but not enough. Coming out of turn 4, taking the week 3 win is going to be Kendall Tucker. Coming across in 2nd, Hayden Harvey, and in 3rd, rounding out the podium, Mason Hannigan. Jump back up to the front stretch so we can get these guys up in front of the crowd. Rusty Kruger, Shea Paulo round out your top 5. Sheridan, Berthay, Spangler, Zach Miller, and Robert Boggs round out your top 10. There's Harvey coming across in the 2nd place spot. There's Mason Hannigan, and let's wait for your race winner, Kendall Tucker. Come join us. We'll see if he parks that car in victory lane. There he comes. There's the 00. We'll see if we can pull a better view up here of these cars. We'll just stay with that initial view. Waylon, thanks for the image there. Celebratory image. Let's see if we can grab these guys. Last time I did not have privilege, so I got it this time. All right, there we go. Mason Hannigan, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yep.
man. 3rd place finish here tonight. And it seemed like, I don't know, it was something I picked up on the broadcast. Kind of tapping the wall down the front stretch and the back stretch. Did that actually make your car faster? Because sometimes it would actually, common sense would say it would slow it down a little bit.
Nah, I mean it's just the track's so slick. It gets so slick down the straightaways you can barely hold on to it, even trying to lift down the straightaway. So I figured just be like running the cushion, just tap the wall down the straightaway and call it good. But I mean it helped and hurt you, but other than that, it felt decent, and I think we got better towards the race went on. Then I mean it just got slicker, and I needed to move the wing back more than what I did. But good run to Kendall and Hayden there.
You had to drive your way up a little bit here to get onto the podium. Battled with Rusty Kruger there for a little bit, but finally got up. How did you find your way through, and what did you kind of do to get yourself up here on the podium?
Yeah, just started running the top a little bit harder and just trying to hit it a little bit better each time. But getting down the straightaways, it was kind of hurting me to say the least. And um, but other than that, it was a good race, and fell back to fifth there for a little while. And you couldn't really slide anyone because they were so single filed out in the top. So once that restart came out, then I figured it'd be a good chance to slide Shea and then hopefully get the Rusty and get him. But other than that, it was a really good race, and probably one of the best Cedar Lake tracks I've seen, other than probably the pro track. It didn't provide as many lanes as I thought it would, but it was a good race.
Is there anyone you want to thank here for your podium finish?
Yeah, I can't thank Black Diamond Motorsports and UDTV, Fatheads Eyewear, Tim Sims, can't thank Tommy and Bruce and Greg and everyone at SSR for putting on the league, and I can't thank you guys for broadcasting it.
All right, that is your third place finisher here tonight, Mason Hannigan. We'll get our second place finisher up here as well. Gotta take a look here. It should be Hayden Harvey. Let's get him in the booth. Hayden, do you got a copy?
Yep.
All right, man. Second place finish here tonight. Pretty fast car all night long. Just not quite as fast to stay with Kendall Tucker. What do you think you needed to get the win here tonight?
I just put a little bit too much stagger on it and was just getting a little squirrely on the way down the straightaways and was losing a lot in 3 and 4. But while it was tacky, I was able to make my moves to get to where I needed to be and was able to hold it off from Hannigan there towards the end. Really was a good run, but I'm happy with it. It's the first time running this league for a good while, and say it's a good show up.
Yeah, always good to come back and put yourself up here on the podium. Mason said that the track kind of slicked off a little bit. What was the track like from your perspective?
It was really a fine line against the top, and if you could run it just right, you were going to be the fast car out there. It was black from bottom to top. Kruger, he tried the bottom there for a little bit, and I really started getting on him, and he moved back to the top, and so I was there with him for a little bit, and then he just took off. He was able to have a little bit more control than I did up there, and he ran a good race, and it was just good fun racing.
Is there anyone you want to thank here for your podium finish?
Yeah, I just like to thank everyone at Vanderpool Racing and Austin Vanderpool for giving me this ride. It wouldn't be possible for me to be running up in the front with leagues like this and drivers like this without him and without all our sponsors. Jack's Wax, Vanderpool Construction, Wright's Motorsports Photography, NOS Energy Drinks, Clark Motorsports, 11 Pointer Outdoors, Complete Collision Services, Mike M Designs, ZRD Designs, Oldfield Setup Shop, Chop House Race Products, and Bailing Race Products. It wouldn't be possible without all those guys, and I'd like to thank you guys for putting this up and getting it out to the people.
All right, that is your second place finisher, Hayden Harvey. Man, you had a mouthful of sponsors there. Glad you got them all in. Kathy, I hope you stuck around because let's get our race winner up here in the booth, Kendall Tucker. Kendall, do you got a copy? Kendall?
Yes, sir.
All right, there he is. All right, man. Top line seemed like the line to be, and you had that car flying around the top. What was your setup, and how was it effective here tonight?
Yeah, the setup was just I've been running this same setup here for about close to a year and a half now, so it's just a real nice, even balanced setup. It can run just about anywhere you put it. Sometimes it's not as fast, according to specific track or if what the track state is at the time or the line. But for the most part, this setup, it makes enough speed. It was really fast here tonight on that top. Like you said, it was really, really fast. There was a lot of moisture up there early, and then halfway towards the race, it was pretty slick top to bottom there. You just had to really be easy on the throttle up there. As long as you could keep the forward momentum going up there on the top. It wasn't too hard to drive. I was pretty close to the wall on both ends, but I wasn't really concerned. The car was stable enough and balanced enough. It drove fine.
Yeah, you were really ripping that top line. Started to encounter lap traffic there as the laps winded down. Seemed like they got out of your way pretty easily, but was it a concern as you got closer to the finish, or did you know these guys would be respectful and kind of move out of your way and let you go?
Yeah, like you said, I kind of got into some lap traffic there a little bit. It wasn't nothing too crazy, but I wouldn't have minded if it would have been a little more heavy lap traffic wise. I would definitely would have probably rather raced it out that way instead of a caution. Getting the field bunched back up because anything can happen on a restart. But either way, it wouldn't really matter to me. The car was good enough to. I don't really think it really would have been a problem regardless. Just it kind of the track, it kind of killed off there. Kind of in the middle in 3 and 4, it kind of latched down. I went down there the last couple laps, and if there would have been a restart, I probably would have had to move my line down there. But luckily, the caution didn't come out and it stayed green.
All right, man. Put it up here on the top stump of the podium. Gets the win in week number 3. Who would you like to thank?
Yeah, just my guys at Swindle Speed Lab and Slick Sim Sport for all the help, and K1 Race Gear, Bear Archery, ML Performance, South Bay Partners. Thanks to all the guys for the league, and thanks to you guys for the broadcast.
All right, and that is your race winner here tonight, Kendall Tucker. We'll give you the final results before we wrap it up. As we mentioned, your top 3, Kendall Tucker, Hayden Harvey, and Mason Hannigan. Rusty Kruger just falls 1 spot shy of a 3rd straight podium. Shea Paulo rounds out your top 5. Michael Sheridan comes 6th. Michael Birthday 7th. Patrick Spangler in 8th. Zach Miller 9th. And Robert Boggs in 10th. 11th, Gregory LeMay. 12th, Justin Stoles. 13th, Bruce Klingen. 14th, Bob Cross. 15th, Philip Krosich. Jacob Hampton 16th. Kyle Matson 17th. Ernie Williams 18th. Rico Robles 19th. And Billy Rowley in 20th. That rounds out the race here tonight in week number 3. We will not be back with this series next week. We're going to be taking a week off with the broadcast. We'll join them back in week number 5, where they will be at Limeland on February 2nd. So write that down, mark it in your books that they're going to be back in action on the Dirt Racing Network 2 weeks from tonight at 10 Eastern. We will be back in action tomorrow night, though, with our Wednesday Night Warrior Series at 8 Eastern for the Dirt Slingers Racing League Ump Modifieds. And then at 9:30, Roger and I will be doing dueling broadcasts. He'll have the National Auto Racing Club doing their big blocks. I will have the Dirt Kings doing their ump mods at 9:30 as well. So tune into one of those broadcasts. And then on Thursday night, we wrap up the week at 8 Eastern with our Dirt Slingers Racing League 410 winged sprint cars. And we start it back over once again on Sunday. That's going to do it here tonight for the Dirt Racing Network, for all the sponsors that help us out. Thank you so much. For Roger Wagner, I'm Dom Santina. Thanks for staying up late if you're on the East Coast and tuning in. Hope to see you back here tomorrow night for one of our 3 shows, or maybe all of our 3 shows. Until then, everyone stay safe, and we will see you later. Kathy, thanks for checking in. Have a good night, everyone.